For our next experiment, it is called Buckle Up. In this experiment, it demonstrates Newton's first law of motion, that an object in motion stays in motion unless a force stops it. Now, for the materials needed, we use 2 toy cars as our dynamic carts, 2 small dolls as the passengers, yarn as the string, and rubber bands as seat belts. For the other materials, since we needed weights, we use a pair of slippers as alternatives and 2-point plumbing tapes as our pulleys. We also use tape and a notebook to help keep the setup steady. Now, for the procedures, first, we tied the yarn to the back of the 2 toy cars. Next, we attach the 2 plumbing tapes on the table by using a tape on the both sides of it. Then, after that, we place rubber bands around one car with a doll sitting on it. After that, we joined the ends of the yarn and hung the 2 sleepers there as weights. Finally, we set up everything with the notebook in front of the plumbing tapes, acting as the wall that the cars would bump into. So this is what our setup looks like. Now, proceeding to our trials. So during the first trial, before the car without a seatbelt could move far, the doll immediately fell off the car. We noticed that it lost balance quickly because nothing was supporting it. On the second trial, the same thing happened again. The doll without a seatbelt fell because there was no force holding it in place. Finally, on the third trial, the setup worked successfully. The doll without a seatbelt was thrown forward when the car stopped, while the doll with a seatbelt stayed in place. For the question number 1, what stopped the motion of the doll without a seatbelt when the cart crashed to stop? So the doll without a seatbelt only stopped moving when it struck the notebook or when it fell out of the car. So in other words, it was stopped by an outside force or external force coming from the notebook or from the ground. Since there was no force used to stop the doll when the car crashed, it continued to travel forward because of its inertia. For the question number 2, was there any difference for the doll with a seatbelt? Actually, there was a significant difference when the doll was wearing a seatbelt, providing the balancing force required to stop the doll is the seatbelt's primary function. So the doll was immediately subjected to a backward force by the seatbelt when the car came to a stop, which caused the doll to stop with the car. So the belt worked to stop the doll from continuing to go forward instead, then allowing it to do so because of its inertia.